How will initial coin offerings affect equity crowdfunding and venture capital?
It reminds me of something I just heard, like I think a day or two ago. Is the crowdfunding market was
what crowdfunding market? Does it even exist?
That was like the last cool thing. Was the crowdfunding market? Everybody would have their concept there, and we thought that's where the market was going for fundraising. Yeah. But did you know that I think 1 or 2 days ago, Kickstarter announced that they're having an ICO?
Really?
So now the crowdfunding companies are getting into the ICO business.
Fascinating. So Kickstarter doing an ICO. Why do they need to do an ICO? Surely they.
No, I have to research this.
So when I want to go and do a campaign on Kickstarter, am I doing an ICO?
I think it's part of their evolution and migration into the ICO world. Is that they see the threat. And their competition is really
fierce, right? It's fierce.
Yeah, it's all the other consultants. It's people like BlockX. It's people like TokenMarket.net that are offering platforms for issuance. Yeah. Kickstarter wants to be one of those, so it's a natural.
So they're going to develop a few more strings to their bow. They probably have a few surprises, up their sleeve.
I don't think they had a choice really to start to pivot.
I mean, when I did the founding philosophy for HIP, crowdfunding and peer-to-peer were the only competitive appreciations I could do. So I had to look at that marketplace and say, what are the strengths and weaknesses of it? And I decided that we wouldn't do crowdfunding and peer-to-peer, which is why we have an actual trading exchange.
Yep.
Because there isn't that, peer-to-peer, although Bitcoin works on a peer-to-peer notion, that's grand. In terms of funding buildings worth, billions of pounds, you can't really operate on a peer-to-peer basis. You have to have a far more dynamic liquidity, system that generates, the ability to get into illiquid markets in a liquid way. And so I saw the writing on the wall in terms of these guys' business propositions back then. So yeah, what you're saying actually makes sense, because they, where are you going to go, right? You need to evolve. You need to come up with some.
And the next stage after this, I think, in my opinion, is decentralized exchanges, atomic swaps. But when those things evolve, something like HIP can evolve along with that.
Correct. One of the beautiful things about this space is that we are really. There isn't a more cutting edge position anywhere else on the planet you could be looking at right now. There is, what if I wasn't doing this, what would I be doing? I have no idea. We're right in the middle of a phenomenal job.
No, it's fascinating, and I can hear the competitors coming. Yeah. They're like a couple miles away, but I hear the thundering horde.
Yeah, but there's just no single point they can go and pick up their manuscript and go. So how do we operate in this area? Right. You got to get into the ecosystem. You got to get into the industry. You got to meet the people. That's how you do it.